Hey, welcome back to Zombie Tactics. Today I'm going to be doing a sort of an update on a holster design that I was reviewing earlier in the year, or did more of an overview on, and we'll be using the Glock 22. I've got that with a conversion barrel in it for 9mm, and there you go for those of you who want the chamber check on the camera to feel special. So there's the Glock 22, and here is the holster in question. It is by htholsters, and this is their concealed carry holster that they make, and it's got a pretty interesting design to it. I showed you this earlier in the year, and how this works is it locks in like this, and unlike some of the other retention mechanisms, like with the Serpa and the controversy that there is about that, there is no button to press or anything like that, but it does hold the holster in firmly in place until this paddle is moved forward, and that is moved forward by the actual action of getting a combat grip on the pistol, and then it comes out like butter. It's perfect. And perhaps one of the few criticisms that I had earlier was that when the gun went back in the holster, you would have to actually manually move this paddle back. That apparently was not the intent of the design of the pistol at the time, and so they sent me a new one with the updated design. I'm going to stick this on my belt a little bit and show you a couple things that I think are advantages of this holster, despite the fact that there's no button to press. You can go back to the earlier review and overview, and everything that I said applies equally as well to the updated manufacturing technique or design. Let's take the gun out for a second, and I want to show you that if you can kind of take a look in here, the nature of this design is such that with just a simple hex key, you can put this holster at any kind of a cant or angle that you want, and that makes it especially handy. It comes with this mount here that could go anywhere on a chest rig or on a belt or anything like that. It works extremely well on that. I'm going to go ahead and stick this on my belt, and we'll get a side view of it, and I'll show you some things that I think are kind of handy about this design and some advantages that it has over other retention designs. So with the pistol in a fairly typical position on my belt here, again, this comes forward and then the gun would come straight out, but you're not using that as a thumb brake. It is activated by the web of your hand. So the web of your hand goes on the gun here. It comes out. I mean, there's absolutely, when the gun's in there, it's not coming out, okay? When that is activated, it comes out smooth as glass. No problem with that at all. One of the advantages that I've seen to this design is that if you do need to go for an offhand draw, you can fairly easily get the back of your hand on here like this and pull the gun out like that. If you needed to, if your standard gun hand was injured, no problem at all. That makes it, I think, kind of superior to some of the kind of little weird, you'd have to stick your pinky and do some other things that you'd have to do if you were using something like a Serpa design, and I actually find it superior to some of the thumb brakes that have a cover area up front here that make it very difficult to get your thumb around here to get the brake on and then to get the gun out. Again, just getting your hand in here like this, the gun's going to come out. Again, just smooth as glass. There's absolutely no resistance at that point in time once this little blade mechanism here is activated. And of course, with the new design, when the gun goes back in, there's a resounding click and it's not going anywhere. Okay, we're at about the 4 o'clock position right now, and you can use the standard tag on a pair of jeans here as a reference point where I've probably got this holster mounted. Of course, this is the front pocket here. This is the back pocket here, so you can kind of see where I'm at. That's a pretty popular position for concealed carry, and the HT holster would work just fine here. No problem. That retention mechanism, it keeps the gun solid until the web of the hand deactivates it, and then the gun will come out just fine. Now, a couple of advantages to this compared to other designs. If you had to use your, call it what you will, your strong hand, I hate the strong hand weak terminology, but if you had to use your support hand to draw the gun and you had something like a Serpa design, now you've got a real problem with that push button. You'd almost have to come around here to the side and do, I don't know how you can even reach it. I can't. Maybe some people with, ape-like long arms could do that. But in this 4 o'clock position, that would be a real disadvantage for a lot of holsters. The Serpa, I think a lot of holsters with thumb brakes, you'd have to get your finger around here somewhere and get that in the thumb brake position and then somehow get the gun. It doesn't make for a good operation. But the HT, even though the web of your hand operates this in the normal, when you're using your strong hand, again, hate that term. If you're coming around the back, you can get a fairly good combat grip on this gun using the paddle device as a thumb brake in this case. A very natural kind of a way to use this gun and come out, and now you've got your weapon ready to go. No problem. And again, I'll just show that because it's one of the advantages to this holster system. You could come around the back with your support hand using this paddle as a thumb brake, and again, the gun is going to come out smooth as glass. You can get a reasonably good combat grip, and no problems with that at all. So a definite advantage to the HT holster in this regard. I love this holster. As a matter of fact, this is my new favorite holster for the Glock style of handgun. They unfortunately only make this holster for the Glock for the SIG 2022, and of all the strange things in the world, the Caracal F, which is a pistol made for Arab countries. It's made by one of the Arab Emirate countries, if I have that right. I think they may have gotten bought out by another company, but the Caracal F, which is a very Glock-like pistol. So there's only 3 different pistol models that this holster is made for yet. I think it is an awesome pistol, an awesome concealment holster for the Glock design, and I'm frankly going to retire my Serpa holster and use this exclusively when I'm using Glocks from now on. That is the HT concealed carry holster with this very unique retention design. My new favorite holster. Great design, overcomes a lot of limitations of other holster designs. If you've got a Glock or a SIG 2022, this is your holster. This is dang near perfect as far as I'm concerned. That's Zombie Tactics for today with an update on this holster, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.